In the second category, it'll have a rank of 12.5 till 15.5, so that is 13, 14, and 15, giving us a total of 20 repetitions, and we'll do the same for the rest. As we see on the first category, the absolute frequency is 15. We'll take this number and place it on the cumulative frequency of this category. On the next one, we'll need to add the absolute frequency of the second category. This means something to have in mind is that at the end of this row, it has to give us the quantity of the original data, n. As you can see, our next step is the multiplication of the data for the Markov category and the absolute frequency. So that is giving us this result. Verifying the results, we will use them to know the average using this equation. The total sum of this row divided by the number of the original data, giving 20.27. The next step is the subtraction of the average and the category mark, and this result elevated by 2. In our first category will be 11 minus 20.27 elevated by 2 equals 85.9329. Our next row to do is the multiplication of the absolute frequency with our last step, being in this category 15 by 85.9329 equals 1288.9935, and so on until our table is like this. Following to the next steps, we'll find the median, mode, and the standard deviation on which the finished table will make it much easier. To know the median, we'll have to know the median class in our table, dividing the number of the original data by 2, giving 50. With this number, we'll take the first data 50 or less from the cumulative frequency, indicating that all the horizontal row will be the median class, making the progress of the next equation easier. The median is the equal of the inferior limit of its class plus the number of data divided by 2 minus the cumulative frequency divided by the absolute frequency, and all this multiplied by the width, being the result 19.5. In the mode, we'll also need to find its class, and its reference comes from the biggest data of the absolute frequency, which is 20, and its equation is the inferior limit from the modal class 12.5 plus the division of the first difference, that is the previous data 20 minus 15 equals 5, divided by the second difference 20 minus 9 equals 11, and this multiplied by the width, giving us this as result of the mode. As last step, we'll find the standard deviation being the total sum of our last row divided by the number of data minus 1, and taking its square root, giving us our final result. And that will be all for our problem of the measures of central tendency for group data. Thank you so much for your attention.
Created using Powtoon.